All right, guys, welcome back to Keeping It 100. Here with another quick video, man. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some, they're like new developments. These are not new. These have probably been here for about, I would say, 8 to 10 years. As you can see, there's still quite a few of these that are like vacant. All right, one of the things you want to look for with new developments is you don't want to build on an unsecure structure. If you guys can see that, it's right at it's like a hill or whatever. There's a lot of people who build houses on hills, but at the end of the day, man, like it's a good example over here. Whoever got this land probably bought this land dirt cheap and developed it real quick. And as you can see back there, it's like a cliff behind the house. Now granted, if the house is built properly and everything, it's not much of an issue. But there is one house over here that was for sale that I was considering because it was dirt cheap. It was a brand new construction and they only wanted like 119 for it. And usually new construction in a decent area go for about $250,000, at least 200,000. But the reason why that house was so cheap was because that's a better shot of it. Get back there, guys. You can see the forest back there. It's a very sharp pitch, very sharp cliff behind there, and these people are building houses on it. Now, is that a major issue? Not really, but like I say, with the other house, man, there was the foundation had like totally cracked. Because the houses they build now, they pour in a solid concrete foundation, and the foundation on the house, just because it didn't have proper support, the whole foundation cracked, and the house is pretty much worthless. They put it on the market anyway, and somebody bought it. Somebody bought it. But they're probably gonna have to put, in order to fix that foundation correctly, they're probably gonna have to put about $50,000 into it. And at the end of the day, man, I am definitely a fan of these type of style, developments where it's away from everything. You don't got any corner stores, you don't have any gas station, you don't have any unnecessary traffic or whatever. So these houses in these areas tend to hold their value a lot better. That's why I said the majority of these houses are usually, $200,000 to $250,000. Just because, it's, everything is, all the houses are new. You don't have the one, like on certain streets, you might have a whole bunch of nice houses. Then you have somebody in the middle of the street that want to paint the house green and orange and purple and just, stuff like that. These are more likely professional people and, people that just, care about how their house look and different things like that keeps the value up. But the point of this video, guys, we're going to do some more videos in the future about developments, because that's what I'm actually looking to buy. My next main house, where I'm going to reside for a while, is going to be in one of these development style, areas, cul-de-sac style, where all the houses are new or newer and low vacancies. But I wouldn't buy over here just because, like I say, it's just the land is poor. You got a lot of forest in the background, and when you got a lot of forest in the background, you got to deal with a lot of wild animals, deers, snakes, beavers, whatever else, in your backyard all the time. And those things can even, beavers, if they want to get inside your house, they can just nibble right inside your house. If you got part of your house is wood, they can get in there. They will nibble right through there. And not to mention you might have, field mice or whatever. It's just a lot of extra stuff. So when you are looking to buy a house in the development, it's a good idea to find one that is built on good land. These houses are not built on good land. They're built, but for what it's worth, it looks like the people, the builders that built these houses, had a lot of experience with building on uneven foundations. But like I say, at the end of the day, guys, and that's the other thing about these houses, man. It's kind of cool because you can build the house exactly how you want it. This person, like, here's a good example. He just have 2-car garage there, and then he got a separate garage over there, so he can get a total of 4 cars on his property. You know, it's always fun. So, but what we're gonna do, man, in the future is we're gonna look at some more cul-de-sacs, some more developments, because I'm actually looking for myself. I'm actually looking to buy one of these houses very soon. But only point I want to make about this development, guys, is that you know, don't buy if you decide to go new. You know, if you're building or if you're buying a house that has been built recently, you know, always consider the foundation, consider the area. This is also, even though this looks like more of a that's a great example right there. That's probably something I would do. Let's go take a look. This is something I would probably do. All right. You know, I don't know if I would do it like that, but I'm definitely into cars. I am definitely into cars. And this guy here, this person, whoever it is, guy, girl, family, whatever, they have that house look like a big old barn. So, you know, it's nice when you build your own house. You can make it look like you want. But I like this, how they have this house. They got 3-car garage right there, and then a 2-car, so they can get a total of 5 cars on their property, which is pretty cool. That's a 3-car, you know. So, but anyway, going forward, guys, the point of this video, like I said before, when you do get ready to start, you know, buying in this type of environment, you know, make sure it's built on good land. So stay tuned. I'm gonna show you some other developments that were built good. This was the house right here. Real quick before we leave, this was the house that had the cracked foundation. Somebody has bought it. Okay, I will go up there and show you guys where the foundation is cracked. And this one's not even built on a that wasn't even really built on like a bad hill. Like some of these houses are built on really steep hills. This house, this like beige one, that's the one that had the cracked foundation. Now it could have just been a bad builder, you know. It could have been just somebody built it poorly. You know, somebody could have just built that house poorly. And not only that, but when this house was for sale, it wasn't even finished, man. It had, you know, still exposed studs, and the plumbing wasn't done. So somebody went and bought this house, and it looked like they got it all the way together. I don't know if they fixed that foundational thing. They may have. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to be smart and invest wisely. All right, guys, so coming up here, as I said in other videos, it's very important to build on a solid foundation. This was an entire plaza, guys. That was a Walmart right there. Okay, an entire plaza that was built on a poor foundation. They had a Walmart there. They had that used to be a Circuit City. They used to have Office Max. Used to have a whole bunch of they blocked it off where you can't even pull in there now because it's like the buildings are just, you know, the foundation was built so poorly. And then you had a lot of other vendors that was coming in, and a lot of people just stopped right in the midstream of building like this right here. They were building something, and then they just stopped right in the middle because all the other buildings were falling off the side of the road. Or it's not the road, the side of the edge. Giant Eagle is the only vendor that's still here. I'm assuming that they built theirs a little bit better. Not sure, but we're going to take a look around the back, and I'll show you a little closer view what happens when you build a structure on a poor foundation. That was something else that they were building, and they stopped right in the middle of it. So you got a lot of people that were losing millions and millions and millions. Could you imagine, you know, the building? I mean, that's just like kind of, in a way, it's kind of stupid, man. You know, if you know, that's the number one thing you want to do is check out the foundation before you start building anything. So let's take a closer look. See, guys, what happens is here, if you take a look where you see all this black tar or whatever, okay, that's where all of the foundation has cracked. And they put that tar in there as a way to just try to keep it from spreading or getting worse. But like this whole all these foundations, as you can see, is cracked. All right, because they built on an edge, the hill here. Okay, it's actually, let's take a closer look right quick, guys. It's all of them. and some of them are starting to chip and fall off, and you can see it's unlevel ground. Okay, and, you know, this is a pretty steep little cliff here. I'm trying not to fall over because that wouldn't be good. But yeah, it's a cliff there that they built all these structures on, and at the end of the day, you know, it was a bad investment for them. I mean, you can even look at let's go a little further. Hold tight. So this is a good example. It's like almost like a sinkhole, okay, where the ground is like sinking, is split and cracked, and it's sinking because they built it on a cliff, which is a bad idea. And a lot of you'll be surprised. See how that entire thing is cracking, or separating, or whatever. And you know, a lot of developers, they will get that type of like land that's on a cliff like this that's really not extremely usable, because most people don't want this to happen to their investment. Like even here, you get where the asphalt is starting to kind of like, the building is pushing the asphalt away. Okay, it's just a big mess. But you know, like I said, that's why a lot of the developers can get that type of land dirt cheap, because it's not good land. You know, you want to build on and they should have really known better, because these are commercial buildings. I mean, you know, common sense should tell you this is not going to work. You got to have a solid foundation. And you even getting like trees that's growing through the bottom of that. And you know, it's crazy, man. It's totally crazy for someone to invest in that, but they did. You can see the staircase falling off because the building is shifting backwards. Okay, the building is shifting backwards, and this is actually a business. I'm not gonna mention the name, but this is actually a business that's still in business. They probably won't be in business long. That's Giant Eagle. I go there, so all of them are shifting, man. This whole project, this entire project was just, you know, for them a waste. You know, just a waste. And like I said in the other video, that's why it's very important. I'm about to get ready to buy me a house in the development, but you want a house that's built like, if you look down there, really this entire land area is just it's bad ground. You want to build on, you got to build on what they call bedrock. You know, you got to build on bedrock. And I see somebody came back here, and they used to be marshals or whatever. See, all of them, the whole building is shifting, and they tried to, you know, they tried to seal it to try to keep the cracks from splitting or getting worse. You know, somebody been back here doing a little tagging or whatever. It's a nice piece of art. They should have put it somewhere where somebody could have seen it. It's like, I guess that's a gangstified Indian, Cleveland Indian or whatever. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, probably don't want to walk up those stairs. See that, guys? So I think I made the point, y'all. Man, when you if you do decide, and this whole, like I said, the entire building is sinking into the ground. Now, I'll be totally honest with you guys. This whole plaza was built on top of what used to be a landmine. A land mine was basically a trash field. Okay, a trash field, and they covered up with dirt, and somebody had the brilliant idea that it'd be okay to build things that probably weigh millions of tons. Millions of tons. Okay. Oh wow, I feel some type of way. Alrighty then. Some people ain't got nothing better to do, man. But yeah, this is pretty bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Just to let you guys know what can happen without doing your homework, especially when you invest in your money. It don't matter what it is, man. I don't even want to know what that is. I think this, yeah. So there's another good example of how to, you know, bad investment. So if you do decide to buy new or build your own house. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna build my own or if I'm just gonna get an existing one. I don't know, to be honest with you guys. I'll probably start off getting one that's existing and it's something that I like. But I definitely want it to be in a new development, cul-de-sac style, house. And but like I say, guys, if you do decide you want to think about that, even if you just get in the house period, you want to make sure any house that you buy is built on a solid foundation, especially if it's a newer house. That's why a lot of people get different inspections, and those inspections are very important because they can do they can't do but so much, but they can sometimes do certain tests where they can take a drill, it's like a sample, and go down into the ground. But I mean, if you got to do all that now, that's something like if somebody's doing something like this, they should have paid to get that type of inspection of this. I mean, you don't even need to do that. It's common sense. If it's a pile of trash, don't build on it. Somebody invested multiple, probably hundreds of millions of dollars into this project. All right, man. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. And point is, let's take a view of beautiful Cleveland. Yeah. Anyway, so do your homework and make sure when you either buy a house, and especially if you're building a house, that it is on a solid foundation. All right, y'all. Peace.